What would you say to the Trump supporters who are, kind of freaking out a little bit and thinking that, well, sorry, we can't have Western civilization because Donald Trump used a four-letter word. I mean, these are so ridiculous things to say, but what would you say to help calm people's concerns?
It isn't going to impact the vote. What it's going to do is lead to more infighting within GOP, more power plays. The GOP has always been conspiring against Trump. So here's what I told people a year ago. Be real. To get Trump elected, we have to beat the Democrats, the media, and the GOP. It has always been that way. We've always been fighting a three-part war. And I'm actually working on an expose on how the GOP is sabotaging the get out the vote drive for Donald Trump, and we could probably talk about that in another episode. But the stories I've heard from real high-level people will really blow your mind. They blew my mind, and I'm a pretty cynical person. So the answer is, hey man, this is what we prepared for. This is what we got into. If you don't love the fight and you think this is hard and you're demoralized, then you may as well just go take a nap, because it's about to get a lot more intense, because Hillary Clinton does want to import ISIS. So what can you do? Here's what I tell people. MAGA 3X. If you're on social media, share 3 stories a day. That's all you have to do. Facebook or Twitter. Don't think that your impact doesn't matter, because that's what the mainstream media wants you to think. No person matters. No, if each person, because of network effects and cascade effects and tipping points and all those other buzzwords, if each person just shares 3 articles a day, then that's how we get our truth out. Register 3 people to vote. Commit to that. MAGA 3X. Bring 3 people to the polls with you. Ultimately, and this is about guerrilla mindset, everybody listening has to take personal responsibility for Western civilization. I did it. If you read my old articles, I said I'll never care about a presidential election. It's the dumbest thing in the world, because I thought Western civilization was over. So yeah, everybody listening, you have to take responsibility for your emotions. You can't be rattled. They want you rattled. Remember that the enemy uses propaganda to demoralize you. So if you feel demoralized because of the media articles, that means they're winning, and you have to choose if you're going to let them win. Beyond that mindset shift, post 3 articles a day on social media. It takes you 5 minutes. The way I look at it is, if you're going to read the article, if you have time to read an article, you have 5 seconds to post it on Twitter. Maybe nobody's going to retweet you right away, but hey, nobody used to retweet me in the beginning either. It takes time to build up. Register 3 people to vote. Take 3 people to polls. If you MAGA 3X, then we're going to win. If you don't MAGA 3X, it's going to be a close race.
Well, and I think given some of the irregularities that seem to be floating around, the dead coming back to life to vote, I think there needs to be a bit of it needs to be not exactly a landslide, but it can't be real close, because I think then some shady stuff might take over the reality of the vote count.
Yeah, the only thing I've disagreed with Scott Adams on is that he thinks it's going to be a landslide. And I think it's going to be razor-thin margins. I think it's going to be real close. And as you know, anybody who's ever watched a boxing match goes, you can't leave it to the judges, because the judges are going to go with the hometown boy. If it's a close race, 1% to 3% voting fraud is pretty easy for the DNC to pull off, and they'll pull it off. So, again, personal responsibility. Here's what I tell people. Don't complain to me, man. Don't tell me the world is hopeless. What have you done today? Shared 3 articles, registered 3 people to vote. Are you going to bring 3 people with you to the polls? If you're doing that, then you're not going to feel demoralized, because you're going to understand that we are building infrastructure for 2018 in Congress. So the party isn't over November 9th. President Trump or no President Trump, we still have to worry about Congress in 2018. So I'm laying down processes that we're going to be able to scale and use to take over Congress in 2018. So this is just another battle.